Give audio test.
Check.
See, Shivam is saying perfectly fine.
There's been too much pressure on me today since the time we were heading
Basic,
Yeah.
elementary stuff. I hope you will be disciplined
Yeah.
today, and it's not only in the start.
Yeah.
After that, you will treat it as a hand rest
Yeah,
to
no.
rest your arm. Against Shashwat's wishes, I have forced him to use a gun mic. He said, no, I don't use it. I'd use this lapel mic.
I didn't mean to say that. I meant there was no other option for the last 2 days. We were using lapel only, all three of us.
Today,
Today,
such a nice mic you have.
yeah.
So nice.
The audio is the best from this. This I agree.
There's a reason.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Dugout. Our producer Shivam tells me that Yashvardhan, who's saying? Yes. Yashvardhan, firstly thanks for a lot of you who are already waiting for our program to start. Yashvardhan has asked a very pertinent and important question, probably the most important question that we'll have through the day. He's asking, who are we going to blame today for being late? So Shashwat will tell us.
The traffic.
Traffic?
Yeah.
How traffic? We were here in time.
No, we were here on time, but because there was too much traffic, that's why the people that we needed to start the dugout, they weren't able to reach on time.
Why? All of us were late?
No, we were 10 minutes late now because of the traffic. 3 hours it took everyone to reach today.
No.
Because there's a protest
He
going
is
to
lying.
happen.
All of us were here. Yes, traffic is there. He's right about it. There is a farmers' protest and
Yeah, so all the
borders
borders
are
are sealed.
But we were here, all of us were here few hours before the dugout. We are late today actually because of our producers. Pawan is the culprit. Two of them are sitting. One very nice producers who are sitting here. You can't see. Pawan is the culprit because he was very slow in making certain things we had asked him to do.
He was making it even more aesthetic.
Aesthetic. You can make it as aesthetic as you want. The problem is there are mistakes in it.
They need
So
to be
how
correct.
does it matter? You can make it as aesthetic as you want.
And he was being cautious because the last time when he made the graphics, what he did after that, you genuinely need to be cautious.
What was it?
Babar Azam, 10 innings
614.
when he had to divide it with 20 and he did it with 10. So after that, I don't blame him for being extra cautious.
Agreed. No, but let's not. He is not the only one. We also made the 11
Yeah.
with looking for a wrist spinner for Gujarat Titans. So let us. No Rashid Khan.
And a CSK 11 without MSD also.
CSK 11. No, but that was corrected. That's okay.
Yeah.
But this though went by without anyone noticing. So that was disastrous.
No, but we can't blame each other for that. Now,
Why
because
not? Of course you
no,
have
we
to
can, of course, but
It's a big miss.
yeah, it's a big miss. But the only reason I'm okay, not okay with it, of course, I can understand because 4 people are making 10 teams. Fans watch very closely their team, which they are following. So that's why.
No, but
Yeah.
then fans don't get paid to do this job. No?
Yeah, that's
They have a
true
day
also.
job also. Somebody is a computer programmer. Somebody
IIT.
is a CA. Somebody is preparing for IIT exam.
Future
somebody is preparing
IITian.
for IAS exam. They are not saying that, in my exam I messed it up because I had to study all subjects. You have to study 4 5 now.
Yeah, that's true.
So same thing.
Yeah.
It's our mistake is our mistake, and I've often said that we are here because of our loyal viewers, and more often than not, we try and do our best to provide as accurate information as possible, as deep an insight as we can come up with, different perspectives, and that's our job. But once in a while, I think that's the pitfall of live content, live digital or live TV, that everything goes unfiltered, unedited, and as it happens in life, sometimes there is a mistake right under your nose, but it just
Law
goes
of
by.
averages.
Yeah, but no, this was a big miss. I mean, I can't offer any excuse. But I am still grateful to our audience that appreciated our apology when we had done. Anyway, it's too much water has flown under the bridge since then. We have done many more analysis and it's been good. What is I love mutton biryani saying? What is his real name? I want to know first. He comes every day and he obviously loves mutton biryani. I do too. But what is his real name? I would want to know. So,
facts about Rookie Techie is that he has 14 years of experience.
Rookie Techie has 14 years of experience in software. Rookie. See, though his name is Rookie Techie, but he's not a rookie anymore. He's an experienced techie. He's an experienced techie now. 14 year experience, you can't be a rookie.
Veteran.
Veteran techie.
Yeah.
Here also Vishy.
Vishy's
Veteran
love for
tech.
Vishy sir is always going to
Universal.
be there. Universal.
Yeah,
Everyone loves him so much.
They should. Because he put RCB, gave him 2 out of 10 one day, next day he put them in the top 4. He had his reasons for it, but he gave 2 out of 10 in his mark.
Last year also he
He
did the
must be
same.
a
I
very
remember
strict
that.
teacher if he was. Because if somebody gets 2 out of 10 and still makes it to the top 4 means...
That means you're doing it deliberately. You're just trying
No,
to
no,
give
it's
them
a-
that extra push.
No, he's a
Like,
strict
you
teacher.
remember
Marks he gives with conjuicy.
In school, yeah, exactly. They do that deliberately. Na? Even in school, 12th pre-boards, they do not pass anybody. And then suddenly in boards, everyone gets 90-90. That's the reason they do not pass anybody. Yeah,
That's what Siddharth's done with RCB.
yeah, exactly.
I like it.
That's what they do in
Love this
pre-boards.
strategy.
How
Absolutely.
many times have experts done this to RCB and they are still the perennial underachievers of the IPL?
But they made playoff last time.
They have made playoffs
They have made final
many
though.
times.
They made final.
No,
though.
but I feel some experts, I feel just deliberately also overrate them at times because of,
By the way, Rahane,
Yeah.
we told you.
90% it is confirmed.
This also.
and I still have the tweet. When I put that tweet out, so many people trolled me, saying, "Yaar, cricket to dekh liya karo," like that. I mean, do you
we were the
understand
only
the
ones to
difference between
get-
T20 and Test? Watch cricket, array which leave, some put smiley things and all of that.
Yeah.
You can see, please, I'll show you some comments that came. It was very interesting to see that thing.
What
Go to
I'm
the
not able
Rahane.
to understand is that if they really wanted someone like a Rahane to be their captain, why didn't they pick him when he came initially in the auction? He had to be, he came there after a couple of rounds.
Yeah, that I agree. That's an interesting one.
That's what even I raised in the video that I have done.
I think that this was a afterthought.
Yeah.
Like they said, okay, if we can get him, let's go. And one more thing I will say, probably the form that he's showing in Syed Mushtaq Ali has kind of emboldened them to say that we'll go for him.
160 strike rate.
Yeah. And batting at number 3 only.
Yeah.
3-4.
Yeah, see the comments there. The one guy said when I put Rahane captain, no one waits till accelerator auction to find the captain. He's at max a backup player. Iyer will be captain, one guy. Okay? One said test match hai kya ye? See the laughing, he's laughing loudly. One person said laugh out loud, he won't play.
Next comment.
Yeah. It means KKR will play with 10 players only. Maybe non-playing captain. You know? It's not a team for BGT, it's for IPL. Yeah. So there was, in fact, some. I don't know if you can see quote tweet. People who quote, can you see those quote ones? They don't come in reply. Some people really mock.
In fact,
me.
I remember we even
Quote tweets.
I even pointed this out that I did not feel that Venkatesh Iyer could be the captain because KKR is a team who have gone for experienced captains in the past. No matter what their game, as in how good they are as far as their skill set is concerned, but they have gone for really specialized captains in the past. Be it Ian Morgan, be it Dinesh Karthik. So that's why also I felt that Ajinkya Rahane, Nitish Rana, even very specialized captaincy roles. That is even Shreyas Iyer for that matter. They were ready to pay so much for Shreyas Iyer. So that's what I like something about KKR a lot, that they do understand that captaincy in itself is a very different and specific job. It's not, it's not some, you cannot judge a player on the basis of the batting bowling if they get on the table the kind of captaincy skills a Shreyas Iyer or a Dinesh Karthik, Morgan, Nitish Rana for that matter got. Yeah. So that's why also I think Ajinkya Rahane could be a really, really smart captaincy option to choose for KKR.
Yeah. And we've seen in T20 cricket, captains make a
Yeah.
huge difference. Captains can win you an IPL. We've seen teams
And lose you an IPL as well.
No, teams have played captain even though they have not been that big contributors. For example, Shane Warne.
Yeah.
I think they just typically played him for captaincy. He wasn't at the peak of his powers then. What MS has been doing the last few seasons, I mean, okay, he wasn't captain. And the reason they're doing that is because of transition.
Correct.
You know, and they want to get a new captain as and when he stops playing. But you could see that he may not have been the biggest contributor, but just, in fact, dare I say, Rohit Sharma, the player had not been doing that well in IPL.
I was
but
coming to that only.
Rohit Sharma, the captain, has been spot on.
I think the only player who has been like brilliant as a captain and even as a batter also is David Warner, 2016 IPL.
Yeah, in fact, captains can in fact lose you the IPL also if they're
Bad captaincy.
Yeah, bad captaincy, and I can give you so many instances. KL Rahul, with the kind of LSG side he had, no, very honestly, he should have won a title. The kind of side he had, I remember.
Delhi
When
also.
Delhi for that matter, but Delhi still, you know, captains have kept on changing, and the team wasn't, you know, in the sense as far as quality in T20 is concerned, it wasn't at par with Lucknow. Lucknow had a really
No, that Delhi side which made the
2012
Final.
Final one.
No, the
Final.
recent one,
2020.
2020.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They made the final, na?
Yes.
Yeah.
But they should have won
They,
that.
Yeah, they should have won that final.
They
I
were
still-
by far the best team.
Yeah.
Even you're right. Even the Sunny Gupta season
2012.
team should have won. They also made the playoffs. I'm saying there have been teams which are like on paper you said wow. And I think the Delhi team was like that.
20, but I do take that fact that season, Delhi definitely was the best team, but Mumbai was constantly dominating them all throughout the season. I remember
Just the game against Mumbai used to be a problem, but
Yeah,
that's where captaincy
exactly.
comes in. No,
Because
that's
four
where Mumbai
games-
was smart.
because they played.
They would play an off spinner against.
Jayant
matter
Yadav
what.
played the final. That was a very smart thing to
In
do.
fact, there was a quote from KKR in IPL 2022 when Ajinkya Rahane was a part of them. So they had specifically, you know, praised his leadership also. You can check that out. I've done a separate video on
Yeah,
that.
that's interesting.
And I think that is maybe, you know, one of the major reasons why they probably went for him. Yes, they may have released him in IPL 2023 and the following season. But then now having him back, I think is probably an indication that you wouldn't really want to put too much pressure on a Venkatesh Iyer because he'll obviously have that price tag pressure. So maybe why not go with Ajinkya Rahane?
More than the price tag pressure also, I think it's still untested at that level. I know people made the connection that MP player and Chandrakant Pandit had, you know, coached them, so that connection. But then let's not forget, Chandrakant Pandit also has the Mumbai connection and Ajinkya Rahane comes from that. And I'm not saying they're appointing because of connection, but I'm saying the belief is there.
Yeah.
If you've seen a player up close and you know that this player has that leadership ability. By the way, Ajinkya, it's not just see, one is you need leadership ability as in you need to command respect. So you put a player, so many people are thinking that we're talking about Ajinkya because senior player, command respect, so make him a captain rather than, you know, you get a Venkatesh Iyer and the issue could be, will Russell listen to him? Well, you know, all that. So that's why you look at Rahane. I'm not saying that. As a tactical captain also, Ajinkya is outstanding. And you've seen it in the past. And I know people will talk about test matches, but if you see in the white ball format as well, if you speak to people in Mumbai and if you've seen him play even at domestic level, his white ball captaincy also is quite a sharp thinker and astute captain. And in IPL, I've realized captaincy, when we were doing IPL analysis, we were kind of giving points, and eventually that I was arriving at a point was based on captaincy.
Correct.
Like, so when I see two teams very close and I have to pick one which will be better, I look at the better captain and I know that team, you know, you suddenly give them.
I think captaincy plays the biggest role. Even MS Dhoni, the season he won when Chennai came back into the whole setup after that ban, he had a team that
2018.
was nowhere close to, you know, one of the best teams. They had Shivam Dube and Shivam Dube then there was a very huge difference. He was dropped from the Indian team, he was dropped from franchises, he was picked at a very low price.
I remember
Tushar Deshpande at an economy of 10.71. He won the IPL with him.
When they first made the Dad's Army a few years ago,
Watson.
many players, when they won that season, I remember watching a lot of analysis on YouTube, and a lot of people had picked them to be bottom of table at the season, the team. Everyone laughed like Dad's Army, all uncles have gone.
Watson was in his last legs.
Yeah, And
his
they
career.
won that
Literally, he was last legs only.
Well, they won that season. So I think, yeah, your vision, the confidence you give your players, the captaincy, tactical thing. I mean, and now more and more, even Virat seems to be the guy for
For
RCB.
I think
For
he will
RCB.
be the guy.
Yeah.
They don't have any other options.
I don't know.
announced
I just feel it'll be sort of just going back in a mistake in that sense for RCB.
Then who do
Who
you
do
make?
you have?
Krunal Pandya?
That I would still a better option.
Kunal, but what basis?
No,
what,
no, no,
yeah?
no bases, no base. At least see
Arey
again,
bhai, if you think, okay.
he's captained Lucknow for more than half the season last time.
Yeah, but what I'm just saying, what is it that you saw that will tell? See, you are basing the thing that going with Virat is a step back, in your opinion, right? Okay, even if I take that, then you need to have, like, if there was a ready candidate sitting there, you know, who I thought was a total captaincy material, I'd be like, yeah, you know, this makes sense. You bring this guy, and if he is there, why do you want to take that step back? But right now there is nobody.
No, Krunal Pandya.
I mean, like you're saying, Krunal Pandya is like a MS Dhoni.
No,
yeah?
no, 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 not
What
like
is-
MS Dhoni.
What is the big
I wouldn't be.
big thing that you're seeing that Krunal Pandya?
No,
will
he has
come
not
in?
done anything. I'm just taking on the basis that he's captaining Baroda in all form, in at least the white ball. I'm not sure about red ball. I think even in red ball he's captaining Baroda. White ball, though, he definitely is. Plus, he captained them Lucknow for more than half the season last time around.
So what was the great thing?
no,
I mean,
nothing-
I don't
nothing
remember
great.
Anything.
No
That's what I'm saying.
memorable performances.
Yeah.
Sometimes you see something and you say,
No,
wow,
no, no. There's nothing.
know,
There's
try.
nothing. Nothing.
So
But
then-
because they don't have any other options, that's why.
But so that is why that's
But
why
Virat Kohli,
because there is no option. Who better than
They
But an
don't
experiment
even-
that's
they
not
don't
worked for
even
them
have
for over a decade. Then I think it's
They-
Virat
Nothing
captain
has worked for him. Faf also did not work. No, nothing else has
Except
worked.
Yeah,
Virat,
that's also
they
true.
don't even have a captaincy candidate. Like there is Phil Salt, Liam Livingston who have captained on and
Given you
off.
a candidate.
Krunal.
I don't think so.
So then he will definitely be the vice captain of the side.
That he will be.
That, matter
That he will
who is
be.
the vice captain. But yeah, as if vice captaincy makes
Your
any
captain played with split webbing in 2016 IPL.
I was never RCB supporter, so not my captain.
Or Devdutt Padikkal, in case you want to appoint a new captain.
No. They anyways don't even have too many, you know. Do you know this is
difference.
also...
Jitesh Sharma, he was also like the
He
same
was-
thing.
He's
say
a
He
vice
came for the
captain.
photo shoot.
He's a good
He
option.
came for the photo shoot. No, they even have Sam Curran, if I'm not wrong.
No, they have Bhuvi.
Sam Curran.
Sam Curran, CSK.
CSK. Sorry. No, but they even you.
Arey, Bhuvi is there. I'm
Bhuvi
giving
is
you
also
an
there.
option, yeah.
But have you seen what the meme that's been being going around too much about RCB? It's not a meme, in fact. Swapnil Singh last year gave an interview after his a good performance.
yeah.
He was in this place. He was playing for
With
RCB.
RCB.
Yeah.
I had asked RCB to retain him.
He, after his good performance, franchises do that interview once a player does well. So in that interview, he was saying that my state captain, who was then captain, which was Krunal Pandya, of course, he told me that we're moving ahead and we will not be playing you. We don't need all-rounders. We need to. And he was the highest wicket taker. That's what he said, that I was one of the best all-rounders in the country, in fact, in that point. And he told me, no, we need to move on because we want to go to young players now. So he was like, then I was really disappointed. And the captain at that point was Krunal Pandya. And now Krunal Pandya and Swapnil in the same team. And yeah, Deepak Hooda. Krunal Pandya has a very...
No, but then they made friends. Huh?
They have no other option when they are bought for that much money in one team.
No.
Yeah.
You can be in the same team and not be friends. And
But they didn't. I don't think they became friends. They
No, they did. They did. After
acquaintances.
that, they had partnerships together. Then they put a lot of. I'm not saying friends as in you're calling each other, but they
Good mates.
they became teammates, which is also rare. Otherwise, people can just have issues also.
But Krunal Pandya, not too many good, too many anecdotes as far as captaincy is concerned. Then
What?
Swapnil Singh, Deepak Hooda.
So then there, but you are saying he is the captain. All the more
I
reason
wouldn't
you are
be
giving me
surprised.
reason.
I wouldn't be surprised if
No
it
chance.
becomes
It'll be
It is going to be
Virat
Virat
Kohli.
returning.
week 18.
Virat Kohli. Yeah, what is the issue with him? Like, what is it that Krunal Pandya has?
No, it's not about that something Krunal Pandya. It's just that Virat Kohli, how I just feel he's so at distant with all these things now that I don't I don't know.
Since matlab he's not playing cricket.
No, he's playing cricket. He's too distant from all these things.
Like,
See,
what is the
captaincy.
thing? What is captain?
Captaincy gets 10 other things in the IPL. Especially, you need
Like-
to be on your toes.
Like what? What? Is
Like Boucher
But
also
he
said
was
that.
helping just now. He was helping na Jasprit Bumrah.
That was Indian team. No, but like Mark Boucher said that if you're the captain, you have cameras on you 24/7. Virat anyways
So
will
Virat
have.
will have
Virat
cam-
anyways
Yeah.
will have, but you have other commitments then as captain. You'll have to come for the photo shoot. That time he can spend with his family also.
One photo shoot.
No,
Come
not
on,
one.
yaar, Shashwat.
No, I'm just, and plus the way he said it last time, na, after
By the
that
way,
interview.
for him, RCB is also family.
Yeah.
So he would not have any.
No, but the-
RCB is Kohli, Kohli is RCB.
Yes.
But the last
Why will
time
they have an issue with photo shoot? Now you're
he gave an interview last time, I just that just
clutching onto straws.
no, that just it sticks to my mind whenever this thing comes. It was so. He was very, very sure and certain about this fact when he said that I'm away from that thing quite a few years back.
So Shahid Afridi used to be when he was retiring, but he used to come back now.
No, but there's a difference between Shahid being sure and Virat Kohli
but
being.
I'm saying, okay, you know, things change with time, right? You were sure one day that you are going to be playing for India, right? But today you are sitting with a mic and talking about India. So things change,
No,
na?
I was never sure about
Arey, I'm just saying.
Example.
I'm just saying, things and circumstances change. Does our life run exactly the way we want?
No.
Changes with time. So maybe he reached a stage where he thought, no. Okay, I'll give you an example. There was Sachin's example. He left captaincy. Then he, after a few years, he took it back again. That's another matter. He left again. But you go through different phases where you have to be, where you're not, or you're not up to it. Sometimes some things come at a wrong time. So sometimes there is circumstances. Like I'll give you like in normal life, because we started the show by saying all of us are doing different work, working in different profession. There are certain times people get sick of their jobs, right? They leave and they try their hand at another profession or something that sometimes works for them, sometimes it doesn't, and then they say, no, I want to go back to what I did and I like. Why are you smiling?
No, I've heard it. No, you're right.
What did he? No, Mahi
No,
Bhai had
Those were
decided.
different circumstances.
Come on, yaar. He had decided that he wants to, and the franchise, which was
Yeah.
understandable, they had to get. But the experiment failed.
Yeah. We
The
did do.
Jadeja, though again I will go back to that point that they should have given Jadeja a longer rope. I think they were very impatient with him. Unfair. But they tried that experiment, it failed.
Maybe-
so then they've again gone back to that same way, giving Ruturaj. Na? So it's not, that is not the same.
Maybe Jadeja didn't want a long rope after the statement Mahi Bhai gave. That spoon feeding one.
Yeah, spoon feed.
Maybe he didn't want it. He got injured also that season, na?
Yeah.
Then midway he had to.
He almost left the franchise.
Yeah.
They had to spend time and then cajole him, make him feel at home. And then they got him back slowly and steadily. Now he's
One of the top retentions.
He was top retention that season also. When he was removed as captain.
Yeah.
He was top there also. Yeah. But that ended his captaincy hopes forever.
Yeah.
That statement from MS.
Yeah. I mean, see, who knows if at that time this wouldn't have. He could have been an India contender.
Definitely. For sure.
Jadeja
At that time even
was,
Rohit
one of
wasn't
the-
there.
I think one of India's vice captains also.
Yeah.
In 2023 when you toured South Africa for a T20I series.
He was vice captain in that when Suresh Raina was also captain, if I'm not wrong, in Bangladesh. So he was always somewhere near that captaincy.
Okay, let's quickly turn to the topic at hand, because today I feel like Shivam should have a mic only. He's like,
Participating.
but remember, you don't have a mic. So they can't hear you. I can. They can't.
We'll convey it.
So he wants us to turn our attention to the topic at hand. So he's constantly putting the image out. And the image is that of the latest pictures from Adelaide. If you have subscribed to our channel, you would have seen a detailed report on that. But since I am not a big expert in reading pitches, but we are lucky enough to be in the company of Shashwat, who from just pictures can tell us how the pitch will be. What do you think, Shashwat? Please share that pearls of wisdom with our with our viewers as well and enrich them with your knowledge and experience.
See,
I'll tell them about the Australia practice later.
That they can see the video. That they can see.
Now they can see the video. Yeah.
But this they will have to see dugout to get to.
Yeah.
this is the Bumrah effect. I would call this the Bumrah effect because it's what it is, second today. Still 4 days to the test match, and it's not as green as I would have expected it to be.
Yeah.
It's not. It's
if
not
it
like,
was any greener, it
No,
would
this
be
is
the
the-
same as the square. Yeah.
No, it's the wicket that has the roller on now. Oh, sorry, the grass cutter.
Yeah.
It could. I would have.
So what do you expect?
4
it to
days?
be
They
like?
have still 4 days.
Abba,
It would have been the same shade.
Yeah.
It's very different. It's much lighter.
Yaar, if I
Not
think
really.
I
It
mean,
is.
Shashwat, I don't know that much about pitches as much as you do, but my little experience tells me that is as grassy a pitch that India would ever have played their cricket
Exactly.
in. But having said that, I still know that there are 4 days and it could be, shaved off and it could become browner as the days go by. I don't know. But having said that, if it remains the way this is, oh boy, you're looking at a 150 all out, 104 all out,
But
all over again if it remains like that.
But I don't. Again, I just feel that because there's still 4 days left for the test match.
If-
Gradually,
Arey,
they'll.
I'm saying if they remove, then that's another thing. I'm talking about what I'm seeing today. I don't know what happens 4 days later. Yes, you're right. Usually they shave it off,
Getting
a
closer.
day before or whatever. That's a possibility. Then we'll have to reassess. But I'm saying as of now, what we see of this beautiful ground, one of my favorites, Adelaide Oval, and that pitch. This is a juicy pitch, as juicy as it gets. A lot of green cover there. As I said, if it was any greener, then it would be the same as the square around it.
But isn't that how wickets usually are 4 days before the test match?
No, not. But that's what I'm saying. Some will remain like this on the day of the test match. A lot of them change. So even Perth, by that logic, kind of the green tinge kept reducing
No.
as you got closer. But again, I repeat, I'm just looking at the pitch now, today. If this is the pitch for the test match, and there is a good chance, 60-70% chance that this will not be how the pitch is, the pitch will change.
No, I'm just looking at it as 4 days prior. That's why I was saying that.
No, 4 days prior to then you can't say anything. No, I mean, as I said, but I mean, let's assume, okay, forget the status of the pitch and just look at the conditions. If it is a pitch, and I will stand by this, if it's a pitch that helps fast bowlers, then I think Australia is playing into India's hand. I still feel that if Australia prepare pitches like the old pitches of Australia, when I'm saying old is when 400, 450 were also normal. See, Australia was never a place about bowlers. It was always a place where you would get a lot of runs. Even if you go back till the time India became competitive, I'll start with the 2003 series onwards. Most test matches, one team will score big first inning, second team will score big second innings of their first inning, then second inning Australia will again score big and then hope that they get the opposition out at a cheap thing. They would do this. So it was always about 350, 400, 450. Teams that got that, and Australian batting lineups would do it. And they would put the opposition under pressure and hope that they crumble. That was the general, 2003 onwards, from there till now, recently if you see, it's pretty much the team that batted well won. It was never about bowling. But in this series, I have a feeling that, and that's what exactly happened in Perth. I don't think that 104 all out for Australia will happen again and again. But you will, if you prepare juicy pitches, it will happen and you will play into India's hand. India's best chances have fast bowler friendly pitches. As long as you have fast bowler friendly pitches, India I think will win test matches. As soon as you go back to the old MCG, if you remember, then I think this Australian batting lineup, even though they are out of form, I think they will strike form and they will get runs. Then you will be in trouble. So it's just like how in India you allow opposition teams to come in by making turning tracks. Their average spinners start doing well and your good spinners don't need those kind of tracks. Like it happened in the England series when England came. First test match, you lost. You lost because you prepared a turning track and quickly you realized, no, let's go to batting friendly track and that's where we'll beat them, and that's exactly what happened. I think it is exactly like that for Australia right now. If you are looking at it from Australia's perspective, if Australia realize this, that listen, forget that early juice and whatever. Let's go back to our traditional pitches where you would get a lot of runs, and let's play with that. Then I think Australia still will come back and win the test match. I think so. But if they continue making these pitches, we will scare them with our fast bowling, we will do this or whatever, then I think they are allowing India. This pink ball test match, you make a good batting pitch, Australia will come back. You make a juicy pitch. I know people will think about 36, but just as I don't think Australia will get out for 104 again, India also won't have that 36. True. I think that was a rare occurrence. It won't keep happening. Get the ball to move, and Australia is in trouble.
I know, but seeing the previous average scores in Adelaide, I don't think that's how they treat their pink ball test match, because 321 and 170, that's their average scores in the first innings. 321, second innings is 150. So I don't think that's 170, sorry. I don't think that's how they are going to treat this pink ball test either. I think you're right. That's exactly how they can get back into form, the way India did that thing. But Adelaide in general, if it's not a pink ball test match, I think if it's the red ball test match, it's not the fastest tracks in Australia in that sense.
Yeah.
So even in case of the pink ball Adelaide test matches, I think only once out of the 7 occasions a 500 has been crossed. Or maybe after that is 442 that Australia scored in an Ashes. More often than not, a team scoring about 300 or 350 in their first innings is considered to be a match-winning score.
But I think that a reason for that also is that in pink ball test cricket, that by the time pink ball test cricket came, 500 scores anyways weren't something that were touched so often. So that's why I'm not going to read too much, because the sample size is very less.
No, but see, I still think only 7 test matches you've had in Adelaide.
7 test matches, 7 pink ball test matches.
So that's a decent amount of test matches that have been played in Adelaide. The interesting bit, as I see it, is that 321 first inning again is telling you that will be your best chance to get some run, and the game will then be dependent on get around 300 or something like that, and you're within the game, because second inning is going to be a low scoring one. But the big difference is, so you don't need the pitch. That's why I think if you leave the pitch as green as it is with the pink ball, then you're getting a 2.5 day test match.
Correct.
And that I think will allow India to go 2-0 up. So the best option will be get a flatter track. Anyway, the pink ball will allow fast bowlers to come in, but get a flatter track where 300 plus. So you get that runs. I'm assuming, let's say Australia bat first, get 300 plus odd run, then you can put pressure on the opposition. So, but see, these figures are not that high, but it's primarily because of the pink ball, which is making it very tough for bowlers to bowl. Had it been a day test match, you're right, with the red ball, you would have looked at maybe 450 average.
For that matter.
Yeah, average, and second inning would have been about 300, 320 or something like that. So
correct me if I'm wrong, I think Adelaide, one of the better places for batters in Australia.
Yeah. Still a drop-in pitch.
But still, conditions are much flatter there. But I still feel, I think you're right. It's more about to do with the ping ball, and I think that's how done. Yeah, exactly, and that's why I feel they are. That's why I said, looking at the pitch, I was expecting, if it would have been a greener pitch, I was expecting more grass on day 4 in that sense, because you want more grass, because 4 days into the test match you don't want too much sun to affect the pitch at this point. You're just getting rid of it. I think getting closer to the test match, it's going to be a pretty flat surface.
If you want a flat surface, you have to start removing grass now to get that much sun.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what they're up to.
Yeah, so which is a good thing. That's what good thing, not good thing for Australia.
Yeah, exactly.
So I think they are now preparing a batting pitch as much as they can. Of course, they know the pink ball will do. They're preparing a batting pitch, because right now, in terms of form, their batters are in worse slump than the Indian batters. So they need batting conditions a little more than India at the moment, and that will be their best chances.
But do you think that's really going to change the situation for as far as Australian batters are concerned? Because that's exactly what happened in Perth. That's not what they planned for. Definitely, they planned for a faster and a pacier wicket, a more juicier wicket. But conditions did ease out. Second innings for sure. First innings down to the batting. Second innings conditions were much more suitable. So here again, our bowlers sort of did run over the Australian batters. So going for a flatter wicket, don't you think that's because Indian batters are back in form now?
See, I'll give you an example. You look at it. Why I say that good bowling conditions of fast bowling, India works in India's favour. First innings, both teams got that fast bowling conditions, and India fared better than Australia. Okay. Now look at the flatter conditions. I know everyone will look at India's batting performance, but see, by the time Australia came out to bat, one, there was up and down. Secondly, the target was humongous. So the way you approach that target versus this is very different. You look at the way the Australian batters got out second inning.
Yeah.
So either it was up and down bounce, or they were trying to play an aggressive stroke because there was no. I'm just looking at Indian fast bowlers also. Was there a ball? See, Bumrah is tough to negotiate, but it's only if it's within the stump, up and down, you'll get out. But can you remember of a dismissal? The batter going like this, edge gone, like you saw Virat get out like that.
First innings, Hazelwood. Yeah.
Yes, but I'm saying, did you see an Indian fast bowler get that wicket? As soon as that starts happening, no, they're defending. Then you know. Right now, Australian dismissals are more lack of confidence, not knowing where they are. Okay, if that continues, then super. Even on flat tracks, you'll do well. But if that confidence, if that feet start moving, if you get, then they get runs. The only way then you'll get out is if you get a couple of jaffers going, flying past your bat, take that edge, got second slip, third slip. That's not happened yet by Indian bowlers. And that's why I'm saying Bumrah is getting you out with balls really stump to stump, and then his angle is like that and makes it tough. Also, as the test matches go along, they'll do better. The third thing is, which, see, you look at it, what they will be trying to improve. They will also have to find a way of playing out two spells of Bumrah. Because Bumrah is not going to be the bowler who will come back third spell, fourth spell, like a Cummins, like a Hazelwood, like a workhorse. Come later, Hazelwood is not playing, come like a workhorse, keep troubling you through the day. The skill for Australia is take out those first two bursts in a day of Jasprit Bumrah, then you have the entire day to bat through. So these are things that they're going to work on. As soon as you get batting conditions, I think it will get tougher for Indian fast bowlers. You give them seaming conditions, they don't have to work hard, short burst spells, it will happen for them. And Australia will always struggle. I think that by the time you reach Melbourne and what we had seen now, juicier pitches, I think Gabba now, you started getting pitches which gives you run. They will try and make that. See, pink ball you can't do much. Pitch you can prepare flat, but the ball will still do. So good chance for India then to utilize that. But after that, I think the efforts will now be from Australia's point of view. MCG, they used to have flat track, but they've started changing to get it juicy.
It's a more spicy one.
Now they'll do exactly what India does.
Correct.
You know, prepared rank turner. No. Now batting track. I think they'll do that. Prepare fast ball fast. So maybe Melbourne, you'll get a good batting track. Get 400, get 450, because that will be Australia's best chance.
Okay.
Plus, see, again, I'm just going to the Indian bowling, and there's an interesting stat they've got. Also, the pink ball experience comes into play. I know, a lot of inexperienced Indian bowlers have done well, but whatever said and done, just as batters need to spend a lot of time batting against the pink ball, bowling with the pink ball is also very different. And right now, see, the difference is stark. Just see the number of test matches there.
There's no Josh Hazelwood, 8 matches, 37 wickets. But he's not going to be a part of the second test.
Yeah, so just look at it. That's 33 test match between the 4 Australian bowlers. A combined experience of 33 test matches that you have for Australian bowlers, and a combined experience of 7 test matches for Indian bowlers. And I've taken Ashwin out of that.
Because Sundar hasn't played any
we're not even sure that he'll play.
In fact, very interesting to see the stats of Ashwin and Nathan Lyon both. Would you still want to go in with a Sundar or an Ashwin itself? Keeping in mind
I'm
the
going to
runs
go with Sundar actually. Because see, there are signs that Sundar is going to play. Number one, obviously, he did well in the limited chances that he got in the Perth test. And secondly, look at the practice game that you had with Prime Minister's 11. It was Sundar only who was one of the only 2 spinners with Sundar and Jadeja who bowled, and he even came out to bat ahead of a certain Jadeja.
I wanted to know what did you make of the Prime Minister's 11 game as well?
First things first, I will say it again. India won the first test match, one of their greatest wins, but they played the wrong team.
Exactly. That's why I wanted to ask.
They played the wrong team, and they will play the wrong team again.
Yeah.
I'll give you an example, okay, just to reiterate that. one thing you're making, and I think this is the thinking which I completed, that anyone who can bat will play. But you're not playing a white ball format. Harshit Rana played because he can bat a bit.
Exactly.
Washington Sundar played because he can bat a bit. Nitish Reddy played because he can bat a bit. That cannot be a test match mentality. In test matches, your first skill, primary skill has to be looked at.
Correct.
In that second innings, it was another thing that I discussed, that the target was so big. You needed a good spinner in that second inning to get Australia out. You got it because the target was humongous. But let's say the target was 250, 280, you're competing. Australia would have batted a different way. You needed a spinner there. Jadeja, you needed at that time.
Ashwin.
You cannot, no, Jadeja, because rough had been created there for a left arm spinner. Ashwin as well. But I'm saying on that particular test match, you needed him. But you did not. I can't understand this fascination for batting. If you're 7, even for Nitish Reddy, I will say, he's batting like in white ball, right? Giving you a quick fire 30, 40.
Correct.
But in test matches, that's why I say, once you go back to those flat tracks where you'll have to combine a bit of aggression, where a top batter, I would still play a batter. Is Nitish Reddy going to be the bowler that will get me wickets? No. So I'm playing him for a batter, then I might as well play a batter. I play a Sarfraz, who may not have gotten runs now, but has the experience of getting me runs in 4-day matches, 5-day matches. There's a different way how you get runs. I'll give an example in bowling, and this is why I will still not agree with dropping either Ashwin and Jadeja. Nathan Lyon did precious little in Perth. So what is Australia going to do? Drop him for that
they're going to
match?
persist with him for
Or
all
are they
5
going to get,
Simple as that.
or are they going to get in somebody who
Simple-
can contribute with the bat as
Simple
well?
as
No,
that.
that's not
Exactly.
happening.
Simple as that. I think Ravichandran Ashwin is a Nathan Lyon that you have.
Exactly.
The Australians were talking about him from the... See, you win a test match. I don't want to be that guy. You win a test match, so everything is fine. You lose, everything is wrong. No. There have been times where India has lost, and we have presented a positive outlook saying that no, you lost because of these, but the team was right. They played correctly. They approached it. Maybe certain few things didn't go their way, so they lost. But the same way, if India has won, if certain things I felt were wrong, I'm still going to. I'm not saying that that's the gospel truth. Like Siddharth thinks that you should play Sundar, and that he's entitled to his opinion. But for me, maybe I'm a bit old school, but I would still, in Test cricket, go with your primary scale. And for me, Ashwin was that one player that all Australian teams were talking about. Oh, this is how we're going to play. He's picked wickets. People are thinking about it. The day you get stuck, in a close Test match, that's where you will need.
Exactly, because Nitish Reddy isn't somebody who I can expect wickets out of in Adelaide, at least, where the conditions are going to be helpful for the batters. In fact, he's somebody...
Quick. That way,
120-25.
Yes, but that, as I'm saying, Manas Labuschagne is quicker. He can reach 35. But Australia doesn't treat him as a medium pace all-rounder.
Exactly.
They don't.
Exactly.
No, that just clearly shows how insecure you are about your batting.
But it should not be.
Exactly. And that's going to backfire. In fact, the runs now that Nitish Reddy has scored in both the games, won the Prime Minister's 11 and here, that's in fact going to encourage Gambhir and co to and Rohit Sharma and co to.
In a test match where you get stuck, your top order has not got runs. It's your 6-7 batter someday who can get you 100 and change the test.
Exactly. Now what will happen is that Nitish Reddy's 40-50 runs in Adelaide, if they come, they're not going to be as useful as they were in Perth.
I think,
and then the wickets he'll not take.
I think Nitish Reddy is one for the future. For Indian cricket in white ball cricket. I think you've got a great cricketer, his T20 batting and his T20 form, and to chip in with a few overs. It'll extend to white ball cricket in terms of ODI as well, I think. And you found one. But is he the answer to my troubles in test cricket? I don't think so. I have not seen that kind of test or red ball performance yet. I need to see a proper batter. Again, as I go with Jurel, he's also not done much, but in that limited, he's shown shades of brilliance.
Correct.
So he can be the long-term guy. You can go with him. Whether he gets run in the last match or not, you can go with him. But overall,
I'm not sure that I still feel that I think he's technically really sound, Nitish Reddy, but right now I'm not too sure if he isn't somebody who can do well in test cricket moving forward or not. But right now I don't, sort of, because I think it's very difficult. We talk about players like Virat, Rohit, who have played for so long, how tough it's for them to actually switch. Somebody like a Nitish Reddy who's just came into the Indian side, just made his debut through white ball cricket, now to come into test cricket and actually replicate that, it just feels very unlikely. And I think he's running after those runs, which is eventually, it's working right now, but it might not in near future.
Shivam, is it working okay? Okay, perfect. So my point to continue with Sundar is that you would want this, continuity in your playing 11. Ideally, even I would want to have R Ashwin, but now that you have won the first test, you know that you are in that frame of mind. Why not let's just stick to the same 11. So that way, I would want to persist with Sundar, and obviously signs are towards that only, that India are going to go with him.
Yeah, the team is not going to stay.
I don't deny that. You're right, and that will exactly be what India goes with. And then the other thing, never change a winning formula, so on and so forth. All that I agree. But if sitting here, if I see something that I feel doesn't add up, then it's our job to really call it
Absolutely,
out. Right?
yeah.
So again, I'll repeat that example. Nathan Lyon, would Australia make him sit out? I don't know how.
That's not happening at all.
So how can you make a Jadeja / Ashwin?
No, in fact,
one of them. But
I'll give you the best example. You know what exactly India is doing? Just take this example. See, McSweeney, somebody who batted in the middle order, can bowl spin. Okay, India is exactly doing that. They're replacing a Nathan Lyon with McSweeney to increase their batting. That's what India is doing. By dropping Ashwin and getting in a Sundar, that's exactly what India is also doing, and that's not going to work for India.
Okay.
I thought that the whole thing about Perth also, we have to have 4 fast bowlers. I think that was the other thing that India had in mind. We have to play, but that 4th fast bowler is again Nitish Reddy. You're not going to be like a fast bowler. Yeah, if you had that kind of courage, then go like you did in 2018. I think you played all 4 fast bowlers.
Yeah,
that's another. That also backfired. But I'm saying, but then at least you're going. Then you go with 4 fast bowlers. Then don't worry about batting will come there at the end or do something for you. As you saw in the second inning, if your top batters get you run, you don't need batting till 7, 8, or you don't even need Harshit Rana to bat. If Yashasvi Jaiswal and a Virat have got you 100, you're done. That's how each
6
batter.
and 7 is fine, yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And instead, get your bowlers to do the job. I don't know what they're going to do. Right now, I think Australia a bit under pressure. I think you discussed Josh Hazlewood as well. And this is what Mr. Gavaskar has also added to. I know you discussed Hazlewood's absence, and I think that's going to be a big loss for Australia. Not that big a loss, because I was very wary of Boland as well. I know he's a very good bowler. In fact, I was very surprised he was sitting out and not made to play. We saw him in that India A game. It was outstanding, especially when the ball is moving around as it does. We've seen with Boland, he's absolutely outstanding.
Tall,
so, I mean,
bulky.
tall, lanky, and also gets that lateral movement.
WTC final.
Don't remind me. So him
and he gets it off the wicket as well.
Him coming for Hazlewood is, I won't say like to like, because there is a difference, but still not too much of a gap in the sense. I don't think Australia will be disheartened. But I did read a lot into, I don't know whether, what is they called? What does he have? They've mentioned now. What is the injury that he's got?
Side strain.
Low grade side strain. Low grade. Yeah.
That side strain in Indian cricket, you know how often that is.
Back spasm.
Back spasm is side strain.
Back spasm only Shubman Gill, Shreyas Iyer and KL Rahul.
All controversial droppings are always side strain. Can they come up with something different?
Like flu, cold, cough, fever.
Viral fever. Something like that. No,
but the problem is if they have cold, cough, fever, then they can't even get them to the ground. Nah? If you're dropping somebody, at least you want them to be on the ground.
But will he come to the ground?
Yeah.
Because that's what Mr. Gavaskar has alluded to. He said the panic in the Australian ranks is palpable, with ex-players calling for heads to be chopped off. One of the biggest, I think, player that being spoken about is VIRAT, and even hinting at cracks within the team after Josh Hazlewood's comments.
We're doing a separate video on this also.
So now former players are also talking about it, that there are issues, and suddenly makes that comment. Everyone says that, to me it looks like cracks. Next match, pink ball, 36 all out, where he did everything, side strain.
No, I think we're just reading too much into it. I don't think that's the scenario.
Okay then, for Australia's sake.
Because Australia isn't the team that'll...
No, I didn't think Australia was a team where a player would come out and say that, what Josh Hazlewood also said. In the middle of a test match, how many Australian team players have said, no, we are thinking of the next test match? That also I had never seen. But it happened, na? So, it could happen. But sometime whenever they say teams are under pressure, it only fires those teams up. So, I hope that not much is spoken about it. But yeah.
India is still under pressure after that 3-0 loss to New Zealand. One loss and India's WTC chances are all but over.
In fact, you didn't. Everyone would want to know, what do you feel about the batting order?
About the
KL.
Yeah, I think the signs are clear. I think KL's going to open now.
Do you think that's the right call?
Rohit, middle order.
Yeah, he'll bat. No, not only me. You heard from Cheteshwar Pujara very recently. He said the same thing. He said after the kind of form that KL showed batting against the new ball, you can't have him below number 3.
And then bring Rohit down the order.
Yeah, in fact, he suggested that.
Would you rather want to have Rohit
No,
at
no,
3?
he didn't have Rohit down the order. I don't think you.
He had Gill at 5.
Yes.
That's not.
Oh.
Yeah,
You can't do that again.
said-
That's very wrong.
See, I don't think that you will have now KL bat below number 3. I don't think so.
3 test matches before it was that you,
So you
do not want him to
Gill is
play
going to be
above
number
6 numbers.
Gill
Now
is going
it's
to be number 6 then. Number 5 is Rishabh Pant.
Yeah, one test match ago, to Ashwin was going to be a trump card. He didn't even play a test match. So, what can I say? 2 test matches before, Akashdeep was Mohammad Shami,
Oh yeah.
and he's sitting out. Now you're not even talking about him playing. So,
One test before you have hair.
one test match before you had hair, now you don't have. So, one test match before Virat could not get bat on ball. Now he's got 100.
very controversial.
So things, my friend, are changing at a rapid pace.
Then it's not test cricket, it's T20 cricket. And I remember, I go back to one headline a few months back, we had a dugout on it, na? T20 coach, test cricket. There was a headline we did a whole dugout on.
Yeah.
They just somehow reached there.
You're getting a feeling of T20 cricket in India. I agree. I think the selection is giving me that feel.
Not just the
I can
selection, the
see
way things are changing.
T20 flavor in test match. It's worked for you now, but I don't know how long. You need to get back to proper test cricket decisions. Test cricket has to
Changing
be
the
looked at.
batting
different.
order for I still see again. It's not like KL. I said this yesterday also, and I still stick to it. It's
Why
not
do you,
like
why
KL
do you
Rahul.
run an agenda against KL?
No, it's not an
You
ag-
wake up every morning and think today I will. What all can I say
It
about?
is no agenda. I'm just looking at how things are happening. It's just that maybe because I just feel for the cause so much more.
Cause? Which cause?
The cause that is going on in the Indian team.
What cause?
KL was India's best batter in Perth.
No, that's not
Across
true.
both innings.
No, that's not true.
Across both innings, yeah.
Why?
He was India's
who was
best
it?
batter.
Virat got a
Best.
century.
Across both innings,
I'm
do you
saying
understand?
across
You
India's
combine both
batting,
innings.
yeah.
So Virat, how did he get out first inning?
No.
So across both innings. Second innings, though, Jaiswal was your best batter.
Yeah,
Without doubt.
absolutely.
But he's talking about across both innings.
But the best batter in the whole game was Jaiswal.
No. Across both innings.
Yeah,
is
that
That was
Yeah.
KL Rahul only. I'm saying India's best batter in Perth was KL
You may
Rahul.
agree or not, but.
For that, you'll change the whole batting order.
I'm not saying that. I'm just commenting on his comment.
Yeah.
That what he says is factually correct.
Yeah, that's factually only correct.
To factually. No. See, it's not about runs or whatever. The one who looked most assured, if I was
Correct.
to take both innings together, if I only take second innings, Jaiswal was the best batter.
So
Who
are
played
you-
the best inning of the match? Jaiswal played the best inning of the match. I'm answering factually, not with my own bias or this.
No, I have
I'm
no
only-
bias. Yeah.
I'm only answering
No, but
factually.
what according to you, is it
Okay,
right
one
or
second,
wrong?
1 second. No. What he said factually, the best batter across both innings was who?
Rahul.
Simple as that.
No, but
That's all.
you, according to you, is this the right call?
Of KL, I see again. See, if you're looking at conditions, I don't think it's a bad call to have either a Rohit or Gill bat in the middle order and KL to open now, because you're looking at conditions. Now, I'll give you an example. You played Harshit Rana because he was more the hit the deck bowler than Akashdeep, right? Akashdeep was a regular bowler, but you changed because you looked at conditions and you said, no, these conditions we play. I go back to the New Zealand series. You played Washington Sundar simply because you thought, in those conditions, a Washi can do well. So you looked at conditions and you took a call. And if you look at that, then I think currently the kind of temperament and the technique he showed to face the new ball, especially you're playing a pink ball test match, then technically I would be more tempted to have a KL open right now. One, because Gill did not play that first match, he was injured, so I don't know. And also, Rohit comes into this series not with great test form and playing against the pink ball. So, in fact, I'll be protecting them and allowing them in a position to come a little later and get some runs under their belt, and then maybe going into the next test match, expose them to the new ball.
Okay.
Won't be a bad idea that I make KL the shield that goes and takes on the tough part. And if he can spend 50 balls, even if he gets few runs and settle your nerves, then I think my batting order later. See, with Rohit, if he goes and he nicks one early on, he gets out, I would be, quite worried, because he's one of your top batters. He can do a lot of damage if he comes down. For now, I'm just looking at the situation. But KL gets out, then you won't even mind that, right? It will be like, okay.
No,
In fact, what if the Shield gets out cheaply in Adelaide in both innings,
Then-
and Rohit, let's say, gets 50
See-
odd in both innings, then what do you do
Very
at
easy.
Gabba?
Very easy.
best.
It's the easiest thing to
Yeah,
drop
exactly.
KL Rahul. KL Rahul
No,
can
drop,
get dropped
he'll
like
play
this.
all the 5, then.
I think
How
it
will
would
he
make
play?
sense.
Who else will play?
He'll be draw. He's saying if he fails, he's the first person to be dropped. See, just as lucky he is to get picked, that's how unlucky also he to get dropped. A
Somewhere-
lot of people have long bad phases
I am not
and
going
they
to-
don't get dropped.
I'm not
He
going to
gets
drop him even if he fails in Adelaide Test. If he has to open,
You
he
are
has
like
to
that,
open
but
in.
the Indian team will
He has
drop
to
him.
open in 4 Test matches at least,
Indian
or
team
3.
will drop him. Indian team will drop him. You see it? He'll be dropped if he doesn't get runs 2 test
No,
matches. He'll be out.
I had the same logic for Rohit coming in the middle order yesterday, but again, I think because you need quicker runs.
I don't mind Pujara's suggestion. Have Rohit at 3 and
No, Gill, he's
Gill at 5.
But no, I was just what I was getting to is that in fact, as far as conditions are concerned, you wouldn't want an Yashasvi and Rohit both to go all guns blazing, because both of their sort of game styles are the same. You need somebody to come down and play with the tail and also score runs quicker. And KL Rahul is somebody who can spend more time. And then if Rohit and Jaiswal come, then the thing is that somebody will have to play not their natural cricket to spend more time. And Rohit hasn't been spending too much time on the wicket, even though he's getting runs. But the whole thing is that Rohit Sharma is somebody who's at this point, we all know it, is sort of fighting for his to save his test career. And he averages 50 plus, if I'm not wrong, in as an opener in tests. That's what we saw yesterday. Yeah, approximately that. To change his number, I don't know. It's just
Same,
little
even
too
I
odd.
would want Rohit to open, and let's have KL Rahul at number 6. Any which ways, he'll have to face the new ball. He'll at least KL will face the new ball. Na? Whether it's the first
You
over or
think
the
Indian
80th over.
Top order will bat till that much time.
80
You
overs.
never know.
It's good. Hopeful. I like
Yeah.
it. Okay, let's take
And
questions.
Scott Boland has anyways given, open threats to KL Rahul earlier. He's the easiest target for everybody.
See,
You can't blame anybody else.
He can get any batter out. Can Australia find a way to counter
No, but he has
Bumrah and
the
Siraj?
guts to give threats only to
Let's talk about
KL
that.
Rahul. Na? That's also a thing. He's the easiest target everywhere.
Now, though, even Mia
Very
Bhai is
poor.
enjoying his bowling now. He was upset with his performances earlier.
Yeah, he believes in.
That's why KL Rahul says, I'm seeing the end of the tunnel. And starting
It's
business.
not easy to be on social media and get abused all around, and then to come and give a performance like very tough, very very tough.
He
You
too
look
doesn't
at
read, na? Social media.
people read. Do you read social media comments?
No.
You don't read comments.
I don't get, I'm not that
You don't
big
get
as
comments.
KL Rahul. Na?
But
Right
you
now.
so I imagine
Yeah.
you will get 0.1% of what he gets. Do those comments affect you in a good way or a bad way?
See,
I'm asking you.
I to take it as any publicity is publicity, be it positive or negative.
You take it like that.
Yeah.
Why is it that you were getting comments deleted one time?
I never was. That was never me. When did
bad
I do
comments.
this? I have never done this. Never.
Bad
Somebody
comments
else.
about you were getting deleted.
Somebody else used to do that. Not a part of us anymore. But somebody else used to. The person who used to delete is sitting here only.
No, but I
he
think
used to delete for you also.
No, never for me.
Yes,
Never.
he has told me.
I have never gotten it.
No, but I
deleted.
think the social media criticism, it can affect you. I think if there is any constructive feedback, I'm absolutely fine with it. But if someone is abusing me, I think I would really want
So
to think about it.
imagine to come and perform like that.
Yeah.
And
It's
to get
never
abused,
easy at all.
Non-stop.
But that's the life you choose. Life
Yeah,
you
yeah.
choose.
No. I'm not saying that they exchange, but I'm just talking about a major hurdle that they have to overcome
Correct.
in scoring. It's not just about going and batting there and facing a Josh Hazelwood or a Mitch Stark. It's also about all these external things. I know they signed up for it, so they will find a way.
Signed up for getting close to 100 test matches at an average of 30.
Yeah. So what he made his own career.
I feel he has a
Right.
personal vendetta against
No,
KL.
it's not
I
even a
have no
question of
personal
personal
vendetta.
vendetta. I am saying how many people reach that level. Please tell me. There are a million kids like you who play cricket in this. Like you in the sense who played cricket, no?
Yeah.
A million. How many have even played for their state or their district? To have reached that far, you are not one, but you are one in a billion. And to each person who reaches that far, full respect for having done that.
Now, so maybe he will captain Delhi captain.
We don't know whether he'll captain Delhi Capitals or not.
Why
There are
did we have to remind me of
mel-
this?
Multiple options. They have not committed. They
Bapu.
could get anybody to-
Bapu?
Bapu, yes, Bapu is an option. They could go for it. Okay, let's take a few comments. We've got Shubham Kark. He says teams don't pick their target player when they first come because other teams can raise the price during accelerated round. Everyone has a penny budget left. That is
In
true.
fact, yeah, you never know if somebody would have bidded for Ajinkya Rahane in the first round itself. Maybe KKR would have gone at that point as well.
Probably.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
it's-
that is a
yeah.
possible. So a lot of time they just keep quiet, observe, and you have it, and you wait for somebody to start the bidding. And if nobody does, then you say, okay, quiet, good. We'll take it later. Yeah, that's true. That is auction dynamics at work. It happens. Machli ki aankh. Why don't you come up with your name? What is this question? Please take it.
Now you are Arjun.
Take the question. Doesn't matter. Take the question.
I can read out the name also.
Yeah, if he's written the name.
And I'm just not wearing specs, otherwise I would have taken
No, that's okay. I will take it. Nikhil sir. Boria criticized you for Riddhiman Saha saga. Any reply?
When did this happen?
Yeah, even I have no
I
clue
don't.
about it.
See, my only reply is that did I send the message? Is Saha my friend? Am I the BCCI who was part? There are only three parties involved. The journalist, Saha, BCCI. Am I any of the three parties? So what role did I have to play in that? I have no idea.
No,
Like,
but what
I'm not one party who sent the message. I'm not the other party who received the message. I'm not even the party that oversaw the whole thing. So
is this something?
if I was that influential, then I'll take it as a compliment. That me not being, like supposing, there is a big decision this company has to take, and I'm not even like at the
Yeah.
position, but somebody says this company decided to buy off another company because of you. I was like, I didn't know because of something you said in your show. In one of your dugouts, you said that company has a potential, and listening to you, they bought it. Then I must say that I'm very influential.
Is something recent?
I have no idea. That's why I answered it the way it is. Next question.
Mayur Kashyap. The reason I feel Australia will win 4-1 the BGT because India always take foot off the pedal after winning the opening test. Joburg 2006 only to lose the next two tests. Centurion 2021 South Africa tour and lost the next two. All please comment.
See, I'll tell you, Mayur, I have a feeling that it can't be as easy as it was Perth.
Yeah.
Maybe I've grown up watching a lot of tough Australian teams come back fighting, but just to reiterate what I mentioned at the start, if they keep giving fast bowling friendly conditions, they're playing into India's hand, and I think India will win another test or two if that happens. If they go back to their old batting friendly Australian pitches, that more so you'll see from Gabba, MCG, Sydney, then I see Australia coming back, fighting and winning more than a test. So
See, I don't think Australia will probably go back to their flat pitches because any which way, see, you would want a result. See, let's just be very clear about it. India do have the batters who can just hang in there if you have to, let's say, play around 200 or 250 odd deliveries to save a test match also. But now that Australia, they are in a must-win situation, have a total of 6 matches remaining, need to win 4 to guarantee a spot in WTC final. You would want these kind of pitches which are result oriented. So I'm not really sure if they would want to go back to those flat pitches.
Yeah, I mean, see, that's their best chance. I still feel.
Both battings are equally fragile.
Yeah, but
both
fast
India and
bowling,
Australia.
no, I'm just telling you, see, the same thing. It's the bowling. Their experienced bowlers will have the same effect as our inexperienced bowler. You get batting friendly pitches, and I feel that they will find a way to dismiss you still. The Cummins, the Starks of the world. You may then find it tough. Again, unless it's up and down like it happened second is another thing. But it's going to be interesting. We'll see which way Australia goes. See, India also course corrected in the middle of a series. Does Australia do? I don't know. Shubham Garg.
We can skip that question.
No. Did I skip the question that was asked him? And he makes a very valid point. I spent, will you believe it? I spent 1 hour today tutoring him about how to use a mic, but
I've seen that. I don't know the
He
distance.
needs a more stricter teacher.
No, I'm not.
Said
The
Vishy.
distance is an issue now.
thank you, Shubham. We'll try and figure. Maybe slowly and gradually. He'll get there. He's trying. He'll get there.
Okay, I love mutton.
See, his
Yeah.
thing, 1 time, 2 time, 3 time, he'll keep making mistakes. KL Rahul gets out 1 time and then he cannot. KL Rahul is the culprit. But he can do whatever he wants in life.
No.
It's okay. Ah.
I love mutton biryani. He'll reveal his face on India's BGT win.
Face he'll reveal straight away. Face reveal.
He'll send us a photo.
Photo.
Okay.
Jaiswal, Rohit and KL should be your top 3. In that particular order, it's not sure about it.
Yeah, well, that's what I said, and that's
Yeah.
what Cheteshwar Pujara also suggested, that where he sends Gill there. So pretty much this. So in fact, Cheteshwar Pujara said exactly that. He said, okay, you don't want to open with KL, you open with Rohit, but KL cannot be any lower than 3. He needs to bat
But then
there,
what do
and he
you,
will.
okay, let's just say that you have KL at number 3. What do you tell Shubman Gill? That why are we having you at number 6? Because any which ways, even Shubman Gill's defense looks assured, may not be as good as KL Rahul in overseas conditions, but then Gill has a proven record.
But what is the thing, or what do you tell him? He went and told the team, I don't want to open bat at 3. Now team can tell him today this test match.
But
you bat
don't
at
you
5.
think better than Gill, it's better to, if you have to send somebody in the middle order, it's better to send Rohit then?
Depends actually. I mean, if it's T20 thinking, then you can do anything.
No, test cricket thinking I'm asking.
I would still get Rohit at 3 and maybe ask Gill. I like Pujara.
thinking to like Gulati sir also one suggested send Sundar to open.
That's T20 thinking.
But that's T20. I would do that, but in
They
IPL.
might do it, who knows?
I'd do that in IPL for sure.
IPL, yes.
I'd definitely do that.
IPL. Dhanush. Who's a better test opener, Sehwag or Gale? Gale test average in Sena is 47 and Sehwag's test average is 33. Is overall average more important than in tough conditions? But Dhanush, you could also say that who decides that Sena has only tough conditions? Now batting in India is tougher, by the way. Last 5-6 years getting runs here, it's a completely different skill. Get runs in Bangladesh, I'll see. You should, it's a very different skill.
250 is a winning score there.
Yeah, get runs with Prabhat Jayasuriya bowling in Sri Lanka.
Gaul.
Also. Gaul. Yeah, then that's another skill. So look at everywhere.
Yeah.
For me, Sehwag, he's just. I met him yesterday. Yes, I did.
Who?
He's doing very well. Virendra Sehwag.
Okay.
He's doing very well. I'll give you one insight. Very interesting. So I asked him, have you been watching the series or not? And he said, yeah, do you watch test? He said, time nahi milta, I'm busy with ye wo. But he said one thing, very interesting. He said, जब जायसवाल बैटिंग कर रहा होता है ना और जब पंत बैटिंग कर रहा होता है तब मैं देखता हूँ पूरा मैच. So I tell my kids or whoever is watching, जब जायसवाल बैटिंग करे वो बुला लेना या फिर जब पंत बैटिंग, because that his kind of batting ना. So I asked him then, तो फिर पुजारा तो you won't be saying. He said, पुजारा मैं तो द्रविड़ वगैरह ये सब जो बैटिंग करते वो भी नहीं देख पा रहा. तो I said, अरे बट नॉन स्ट्राइकर पे होते थे तब कैसे थे? He said, तो मैं अंपायर से बात कर रहा होता तब भी नहीं देखता बैटिंग. He only likes.
Why isn't he with any IPL team anymore?
That I didn't ask him, Shashwat.
Getting closer to there.
Some team will ask him, he'll go and be part.
No, like we were talking about Prithvi Shaw, things float around in the whole in all the teams. Maybe same with Sehwag happened.
What happened? Explain that.
The things that happened in Punjab with him, maybe that
What
spread.
happened with Punjab?
Are you talking about the Glenn Maxwell article?
No.
What he did in Punjab was absolutely right. He called out.
No.
In fact, if I had heard that, I would have hired him even more. I need a coach to tell players to not take it casually.
No.
Get big bucks.
That
Glenn
Punjab when
Maxwell
Ashwin was
messaged him.
captain, he came at number 3. They dropped Yuvraj Singh also. So the owners weren't too happy with those decisions. No?
So what has changed before and after that with Kings 11? What was King 11 doing before that? And what is King 11 doing after
Nothing changed with them.
So it doesn't matter who the coach is.
Has he ever spoken about what happened with him when he was asked to be coach by the captain?
India coach.
Yeah.
He was not asked to be.
He was asked to be coach.
No. There were multiple, but Virat also wanted Ravi Shastri to be.
No, but he told Sehwag that, and Sehwag never.
Sehwag had applied.
No, after that he never applied because he felt very.
Yes. He applied. He asked that if you will be okay, then I'll apply. He said yes, but then there were multiple people who wanted to apply.
Wasn't it like that? Virat only told Sehwag.
No. I think Sehwag I think was told by the BCCI first. I think BCCI, more specifically the 3 members in the panel. I
CAC.
believe, yes, one of them spoke to him saying, why don't you apply? And I think he, if I'm not mistaken, he did check with the captain that if you think I'll be okay, and he was given a nod and he did, but then it didn't happen. So
In his CV just wrote Indian cricketer, Indian opener Virender Sehwag.
now what else do you need anything to write? Naam hi kafi hai. So why does he have to write who he is? Doesn't have to played these many test matches, this is my average. Okay. Good to great. KL Rahul should always bat at 3 for the entire series with the kind of form that he is now at the top. He's saying, okay. Harsh is saying Rahul just wanted all the opportunities he got. He only plays 1 innings in a year, and after that in his place there are picks for at least 10 matches in the team. Why this happened only with KL?
Have you written this comment with a different account? Huh?
No, but
That's not just who I feel this about. Many people feel the same about.
No, but many
KL
people also feel
he
that
only plays 1 innings in a year, and after that in his place there are picks for at least 10 matches in the team.
I think what he's trying to say that he plays 10 matches on the basis of 1.
Achha. I thought others get 10 matches.
Oh no, who's getting?
Why this happens with only KL?
Sarfaraz scored 150, got just 3 games after, not even 3, 2 games after that.
Why does it happen with KL?
No, he's definitely a class batter. There's nobody else who looks better than him on his day, but consistency again. And there's definitely, again, I'll be very honest, in the beginning of he's always been inconsistent. It's not like he was at some point very consistent. So it's always been the same case with KL Rahul. So I used to feel that it's just this Shastri Kohli management who backed him a lot, because at that time they even wanted him to be the captain ahead of Rohit Sharma. So I thought it's just that, but after that you saw Dravid and Rohit do the same, and now you see Gambhir and Rohit do the same. So there's definitely something in him, and I really like him the day he bats well.
What must be in him that?
No, he's definitely expert.
But what is it? You yourself have said that
He's technically he's very sound.
So that is what gets him more chances than others. Sometimes the whole package, I think the impression is such,
Good
people
boy.
with good technique get chances. People with unorthodox technique have to
And
prove
I think that's the whole
that is a
point
fact.
of being the selectors, because if you just have to see the numbers and get people in the team, then anybody can do that.
Then computer can do it.
Exactly. AI, Pakistan
GPT.
tried that also.
Yeah, for that Pakistan Cup.
Nothing changed after that. That cup, the whole point of that cup was to get new talent. That talent never came anywhere.
That's true. Priyanshu is saying Nikhil sir is right. On flat tracks, Siraj and Harshit won't do much damage. On spicy pitch, Indian bowling becomes unplayable. Also, our batters are in form more than Australia, sir. Constas should play, not McSweeney. One that reverse switch, whatever that
Akashdeep.
paddle, whatever he played that shot to Akashdeep, it's changed. And Sarat Chandra is saying, Nikhil sir, for God's sake, don't overhype Akashdeep. He is good only for one spell. He may be good in pink ball, but in hard decks, he is going to be a waste. Okay, so that's that. And he says that nothing was spoken about me. So I hope so, because I repeat, I didn't do anything, so I'm not that influential.
No, I think this is something very fresh. I'll just check and
Let
let
me
you know. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, let's go. Again, just as Constas has got a lot of people excited because of his shot, Akashdeep is getting hit because it was played on Akashdeep. But just one shot doesn't change things.
Did you see how do you saw the intensity of that game?
Not great.
Yeah.
People getting retired, hurt, and leaving.
No, I just intensity
I
also
think
by the look of it wasn't.
The rain came and just spoilt everything. That's why the team says they don't want to play these games and they just want to do net practice. You guys keep saying games.
But
So then they showed, okay, we'll play a game, but
batters
half-heartedly.
batters will play in the 11th, though anyways were doing it in the nets only. Yeah, many didn't come to bat only.
The people in form, why should they come to bat?
But
People who
form,
need form, they need to bat.
but they came in
But
form
they
very
did-
late, na. After
No,
many,
no,
and
they
they
did
different
not play-
bowler.
They did not play a practice game and they still got 100, my friend.
Yeah, one after how
Yeah.
many days?
Whatever.
500
Got
and
it.
something days. And on the day when my hair were on bed, that day only.
Sour grapes. Don't do sour grapes.
I'm just kidding. No hate to it.
Shubham Garg is saying Shashwat needs to watch some matches before 2020. KL was one of the most consistent batter. He scored 7 consecutive 50 versus Australia. He was batter of the series.
2017 BGT is talking about. During that time, he had scored 750s. Had he converted them into hundreds, he would have never been dropped from the test team. Never.
But that's the whole point, na. You have to convert it also. Had he never, had he done it, had somebody else scored 100, Sarfaraz had he scored 100 runs more, he would have never been dropped. But that's the whole point. So I don't see international cricket is very brutal. You don't get so many chances. That's not how it works. People just play one game and they never come back into the Indian team. Some don't even get the opportunity for so long. That's why it's not like I have anything against KL Rahul. It's just that I feel that even if somebody gets to play one game for India and after that is never coming back into the Indian team, I put it on the player itself, because getting one opportunity to play for India when there's just close to 300 test players who have ever played for, I don't know if I'm right or wrong in the number, but close to 300 players who have ever played for India, then I think these opportunities are should be very numbered for everyone, and yeah, that's it.
Fahim says most test hundreds in Australia since Virat's debut. Virat has got 7, England have got 5, Pakistan have got 4, New Zealand have got
It's great.
You didn't know this stat, and yet you were betting that he will not get 100.
And 2 of the 4 New Zealand batters got it in one match.
Imagine.
Perth, the old Perth.
Rajan Rajput is asking, what is the partnership formula? Do you know what he's talking about? Do you know what? Because you guys are not. So this is the new term that is being floated.
Yeah, now
Maybe
I
I
know.
asked him, no, he
Yeah.
had, so
Oh, sorry. Continue.
the new term that has been floated around. Yeah, tell.
No, it had a different name, na. It was something called something else a few days back. This partnership flow, I think this term has come
Now
today
you
only.
explain. I don't know. You tell
No,
me.
it's the fine that India, whenever there's a tournament in Pakistan, ICC tournament, they'll play hybrid in Dubai. Whenever it's in
No,
India,
it's
they'll.
it's a new formula in the context
Okay.
of India, Pakistan. But I mean, if I have to just sum it up in crisp manner, it is nothing but sorry to say, but people who sold you a different story for so many days, and most of them from Pakistan, and a lot of them are my friends, but they were fed a story by PCB, and they kept feeding that to their viewers, and now PCB has done a U-turn, and those poor guys have been left stranded, and so now they have to come up with different terms to explain. As I explained it to you, I'll say it. It's GTU, गिरे तो भी टांग ऊपर. So like we kept saying, ये होगा नहीं होगा, hybrid नहीं होगा, कुछ नहीं करेंगे. Now it's hybrid, so now they'll say, but we have got now partnership formula, and but now we will not. But the fact of the matter is this. That's why I tell you, when you listen to some reporters or journalists or whatever, don't let them misguide you. And they misguide you based on what they hear from certain party, and then they keep telling you one thing, and then when it changes, now they can't openly say that, listen, this narrative that we were feeding you for 10 days, now it's ekdam ulta, and now what do I do? So you start blaming others, and then you come with new terms like partnership formula, and then you blame other country, this, that, which is fine. That's another debate that you can have, and maybe we can have a long debate. The point is that a lot of platforms, journalists kept feeding one narrative, and now they've had to go back. So newer terms come. Don't pay attention to any of these formulas. Simple it was. Pakistan was hell-bent that we will not accept hybrid. We will take insult, but we will not, we'll take injury, but we will not take insult. That was the stand. India kept saying, no chance, it will have to be hybrid. End of the day, it is going to be hybrid. End of story. Everything else you hear is just things being made up to make that person look good who's been reporting false for so long. Shubham is saying, Nikhil sir, Shashwat, he's already filed a complaint of ragging. Shubham is saying, Nikhil sir, Shashwat will file an anonymous complaint of ragging to HR against you. If you get a HR meet invite in near future, be assured it's cause of Shashwat. He's already filed a complaint. He's already done it. But he doesn't know. I know many of his secrets.
No, he likes you a lot. I don't think he's going to file a complaint.
I'm just joking on that comment.
Maybe I'm also joking.
Maybe. There's more chance of you joking than I am. Okay, Siddharth is saying, Sidney sir snatches points away from RCB, same way Dumbledore, Flowers points to Gryffindor. I don't watch this series. Harry Potter, but so I don't understand. But I understand that U-turn though is the next level U-turn. I've never seen anything like that. Okay, anything else? Like Abhay Jyoti Mishra is saying, it is nothing but the hybrid model. Bang on.
Yeah.
Absolutely right. It is the GTU complex. Gire to bhi tangu. Gir gaye but nahi tangu.
But when can we expect a confirmation?
No, it will come in a few days. See, as I had said, and you can see that video on Friday, I had made it very clear that eventually hybrid will happen. Why it is, we've done detailed explainers on that. That's why I'm saying don't believe in anybody, not us, not when people just give opinions, then they are either they have a personal bias or they are being fed some opinion they don't. But when you see things that are being explained to you factually, step by step, then try and believe that. So step by step we had explained with reason, background, why eventually hybrid will happen, why India cannot or will not go, eventually PCB will accept hybrid. That's the story. Everything else you hear is a masala, and that's exactly what's happened. Now in the future they will say, okay, we don't want to show we've taken few steps back, so he'll say now for future 3 tournaments in India in the next 5 years we are not going to travel, final will be outside. That they will say now we've got our way, everyone will say we'll see when that final happens, again it will happen here, again it will, so same story will go on. The fact, I'm not saying it is right, or I'm not gloating, or I'm not bashing someone. I'm not saying that, not taking sides, just reporting facts to you. What was the fact? Fact was India would not go there, which I reported many months ago, but people didn't listen. That it will be hybrid, also people didn't believe that it will be hybrid. It will be hybrid. That, it will be played in UAE, didn't believe it will be played in UAE. It is going to be exactly that. You can keep saying for future this will not happen, we will not go there, but for future also will happen, it will go. Sarat Chandra says, your U-turn is bigger than Katappa killing Bahubali. He's not here, we'll pass on that message.
He would be definitely keeping an eye.
Freaking awesome, very, very interesting point. when people don't have personal connection with cricketers, not sure why some fans don't like certain players even when they are performing well. One should support a player based on his performance. Good point. I think for all of us to remember. On that very knowledgeable,
Positive.
insightful comment, we call it a Arey, thank you, yaar. Ashman, very nice comment. I will not read it on air, but it's a very nice one. Sir, I don't know. Questions I can't answer. I cannot. One thing is very interesting. Rashid Latif's latest remark.
Yeah.
He was one of the sane voices in Pakistan. What is the latest remark?
He said that I live next to DUGOUT's.
So go no, and then.
Try to scare me.
Don't try to scare me. I live next to DUGOUT's house.
So what is Dawood going to
If
do?
people,
He himself is underground for so many years.
Yeah.
Dawood. He doesn't go anywhere.
He's saying I left to next to DUGOUT's house.
So at least he's accepting that Dawood is staying there, which everyone knew. He stays in Karachi.
So if anybody is trying to scare me, I'm telling
He
you,
stays
don't.
in this area called the Defence area of Karachi, which is a very posh area. It's called Defence in Karachi. He
So
stays
if
there.
everyone knows, why isn't he being?
He's gone underground. He's scared. He's hiding.
Rashid Latif
So
stays
Rashid
next
Latif
to
is giving his person who himself is hiding his dhamki. That's like next level, yeah. Next level. Yeah, I like. By the way, he's a sane voice. I like his cricket analysis. He does, but I'm a bit surprised that he's giving dhamki. See, that's why I'm saying it is the whole thing. They're all upset now. That they kept saying इस बार बेइज्जती हो जाएगी लेकिन वो नहीं होगा. अब हो गया वो hybrid against their wishes because they kept saying now, so they're upset with that. Very upset. So now Dawood is coming. Everyone is coming. Okay, guys, lovely chatting with you as always. You guys take care of yourself. We'll see you tomorrow. Meanwhile, lots of other content that's been put out on Sports Today and will continue to come out. We look forward to your company tomorrow, another edition of the Dugout. For now, from Shashwat, Siddharth and I, take care, good night, bye bye, Nandri, Vanakkam, Shubhratri, Shabba Khair.
Eat your vegetables and don't trouble your mother.